Good. Testing, can you hear me? Okay. Dear family and friends, as all of you know, this is not how I wanted the story to end. Sometimes you might read a book and not get into the first chapter and put it down, while others, you find a book and you can't put it down. You may not like the ending, but oh, it was such a great story. This story that I'm going to highlight starts in Menor, Ohio. Mike and I both working at the Menor Back Wall, the racquetball club that was on 306 next to Bob Evans. Yes, Mike loved racquetball, and I worked there as a receptionist while Mike worked as maintenance. But after hours, we had the place to ourselves to invite our friends to play. Our first date was August 4th, 1979. I asked him to go to a wedding with me. A high school best friend, Joanne, said, ask a friend. So I asked Mike. It was how the story started. And then the chapter started. Each chapter was better than the next. We married in May of 1981. And our story was truly a great love story. Mike filled it with the love of sports. He loves softball, golf, and racquetball. The friends we made, the places we went, were how Mike enjoyed life. Skip a chapter or two, and we started a family. Yes, we were blessed with twins, a boy and a girl. We considered ourselves so very lucky. The stars aligned, and before we knew it, Katie and Kevin had filled our hearts with joy and so much happiness. Our families meant so much to us. With so many great memories. With that said, my parents at the time were retired and living in Sun City, Del Well Development in Georgetown, right outside Austin, Texas. My father was always into reading and learning about so many things. That's where our next chapter starts. Yes, a very exciting chapter for Mike for sure. My dad had told Mike, you should check out this new game with wooden paddles. So he and the kids and I played it there for the very first time. It wasn't pretty. But Mike went on to watch it on the internet and found a new sport that he embraced, which was, of course, pickleball. He came home, and with the help with his brother Brian, pickleball courts were born in Menor. Lessons, tournaments, and friendships were made. He made time for golf, while baseball days had turned into coaching ball with Kevin. But pickleball became his go-to game. You ask how he found the villages. That chapter starts with a golf friend from Menor, Ed, who called and said, Mike, you need to check this place out. It's filled with golf courses everywhere. Ed and Mike had been golf friends, played every Saturday morning. They were the first ones off. It was never a problem until the snow came. But that's when working took over his life. Fast forward to a new chapter. And we started by renting there in the Villages, Florida, enjoying a month away from the snow and ice in Ohio. We sure did enjoy getting away. And then came 2018, where my mom came to Ohio. I'm not sure she wanted to live in the cold, snowy, gray skies again, but we decided to buy a place so she would never have to see the snow again. And we vacationed there 5 months. Oh, the best of two worlds, snowbirds and having the time of our lives. So now, Mike's story may not be how I ever imagined it would end. It was such a great book, and I'll never forget it or put it down. One thing I would like everyone to know, in October, Mike had his knee replaced and saw a cardiologist the week before and got a good bill of health. He had gone to Lifeline, where they do tests in January in the Villages. He did have a new primary doctor down there, and she checked him out. He did have a pulled muscle on his right side. Please, everyone, note, if you don't feel good, yes, get checked Get in and get checked out. Don't wait. Mike felt great that day. Next, in memory of Mike, he lost his father to a massive heart attack and always said, I never told him how much I loved him. And I would say, Mike, he knew you loved him. And he'd say, for the longest time, it isn't the same, Jane. So if you want to know what I want or what I need, is to remember and tell your spouse or your significant other and your family that you love them. Because if you can do that in Mike's memory, it would be filled with love and no regrets. Because you never know when your story will end, and what a wonderful way to be remembered. I want to thank each one of you for coming. Give me another page. Do you like putting puzzles together? Perhaps you do, and you'll understand this. I look for all the straight edges so I can make the border. Then I put all the same colors together. It takes time, but once you find a piece that fits, well, the next few fall together nicely. I look out and I see all of you, so many pieces, all together. My family, Katie and Kevin, Lauren, my daughter-in-law, Matt, my son-in-law, my two granddaughters, Brooklyn and Audrey, and my sister Janet, my brother-in-law Rich, my nephew Brian, his daughter Natalie. I see my cousins Doug and Jimmy. I have Mike's brother Brian and his wife Kim. I have my sister Maureen and her husband Gaza. I see my sister-in-law Sally. Oh, and don't forget, I see Greg, Pat, Dan, Jesse, Brett, and Derek. Laura, Sarah, Bree, and Joyce. Their children, Kylie, Ashlyn, Evan, Hayden, McKinley, Carolyn, James, Bella, and Ryder. And then there are and then there are, commercial. Do they have to go back? Oh, maybe. Did I go back? Sorry, commercial. And then there are, here they are. And cousins, Kathy and Jennifer. Now back to my puzzle. I see my friends, my lunch bunch, my neighbors, my friends from elementary and high school, my moms from Twins Group, my friends, Cliff Notes, and now back to my friends. Oh yeah, here I am. And I made it, and my friends that I made through Katie and Kevin. I see all the special people that were Mike's people, from the city to the golf course to the pickleball courts. Everyone here to show they care. So I met my two newest friends just the other day, who without them, this night would not be possible. Ben, who owns this great place, 365, and his manager, Eddie. I can't thank them enough. Mike would be playing if it wasn't for this. Okay, back to my puzzle. My heart sees a beautiful puzzle. I don't need to look at the cover of the box to know how the picture looks. It's simply amazing. I only wish that the piece in the middle wasn't missing. I look all around, but for some reason it's not here. It was a perfect piece. It was a piece who made everything stick together. So as I go through this and try to find this wonderful piece, I know I have family and friends